Welcome to another edition of Thunder and Lightning. I'm your host, Dan, and of course, next to me is Nick. We are the New York sports show about absolutely nothing and everything at the same time. I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. I sure did. I'm depressed that I have to go back to work tomorrow, but here we are. New York Football Giants are 2-10. The Jets are 3-9. New York football is back where it's supposed to be, and it's in the gutter. So, Nick, hope you had a great Thanksgiving. What's up?
We did. We had a fun Thanksgiving. Some of you saw my video, which did really well, I think, because it was a very real moment, right? And completely just off the cuff. And you heard my mom and sister yelling at me in the background. So,
okay, yeah. Refresh my memory, because you post a lot of videos, so I lose track of everything you post. So what happened on Thanksgiving?
I posted a video because my sister was yelling at me that.
Okay, I agree with you, Rach. Keep that.
You agree with her. You don't even know what she was yelling at me about. You just said you don't remember the video, so you agree with her.
I already agree with her.
Well,
what's up? Okay.
She was mad that I cut the vegetables the wrong way, and also that I disappeared for 20 minutes, and also that I can't find anything in my own kitchen.
2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. I would be understanding why she would be mad. Why did you leave for 20 minutes? Were you watching football? Did you try to go to the bathroom and then got sidetracked the way you would normally get sidetracked?
No, I was recording a TikTok.
Oh, okay. That's all that matters. Of course. Duh. Silly Rachel. Don't you know I have more important things to do other than cook Thanksgiving dinner with you?
Yeah, and then you hear her screaming in the background. You only cook once a year. That's why you don't know where anything is. Right. And like, honestly, once I found the thing she was looking for, I had this moment of like, why did I put that there? You know, It was like I moved in, shoved stuff like I knew I would never use, and then like they needed all this stuff, and I was like, oh my God, like, where is it?
Yeah, that I see. I grilled at your house once, and I felt the same way. So
you did.
I would be like, "Hey, Nick, where's the spatula? Where's this? Where's that?" And you just gave me your blank Nick stare, and it's just like, "Huh?" I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to like MacGyver this thing. So yeah. So
okay, well, listen. I mean, it's not my strong. Being in the kitchen is not my strong suit.
Yeah, as much as a lot of men want you to be, but I get it.
I want the Giants to have a reverse record of 10-2, but we can't always get what we want in life. Now, can we, everyone?
So, let's touch base about it. I know it's been a few days.
I want everyone to see our new logo. Look at that. You did the.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's the new logo in the back. It's not our new logo. It's just Sunday sauce. I was messing around
Danny was bored today. Literally, the text was, I was bored. And I was so busy, I wanted to text you back. It must be nice. Do you want some Hello Green work to do? Because, by the way, before we get into it.
This bitch.
No, this bitch, nothing. This bitch and like what it's like to be a business owner. I put in my calendar, Nikki off from the 27th. It was the day before Thanksgiving, 27th? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm looking at my calendar now. My work calendar. And I'm supposed to be off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And obviously weekends don't count because I've been working all weekend. Do you think I was off Wednesday and Friday?
No. Absolutely not. You are an entrepreneur, so I don't feel like hearing about it.
I what?
You're an entrepreneur, so I kind of don't feel bad for you.
I don't expect people to feel bad. However, I think people think it's this like pipe dream, right? Like, oh, you're in your own business. You can do whatever you want.
Well, no, it's the exact opposite.
You can't do whatever you want. And by the way, everybody else on the team was off. So like.
That's why you're a good leader.
I hope they enjoyed them from Wednesday on. Like.
That's why you're a good leader. Leader of men and women.
Yeah.
Hail to the victors. But yeah.
Victors, man, we haven't had a victory in New York in
I saw something on Twitter. the other day, and it was since baseball, the Mets and Yankees have more wins than the Giants and Jets.
Really?
And may I add, the Yankees ended at the start of November, and the Mets ended a week before that. So
You had it right. The Giants ended in November. You had it right. Yep.
yeah, yeah, well,
Actually, they ended in September. What are we talking about?
October. Yeah, the last game the Giants won was in October, when it was the same day the Mets played. So I remember that craziness, that it was like the Mets lost and the Giants won literally at the same time. So they're like, oh,
Who
okay.
did we beat? I honestly don't.
Seattle. That's when Simmons made that insane block field goal. It felt like 10 seasons ago. That's how bad our season's been.
Oh yes, I remember the fan base being like, "Oh, if you hate Daniel Jones, you're going to eat your words. We're back. We're this. We're that."
About that. Yeah, about that.
We're not back.
Anyway, yeah, it was a typical where we can't stop the run. Yeah.
Game.
Yeah, it was they showed effort. If you consider scoring 20 points effort, still wasn't obviously good. We lose Dexter Lawrence and Theo Johnson to the rest of the season. Obviously, Dexter Lawrence is a key clog in our whole entire franchise, so we couldn't stop the run with, unfortunately, an all-pro tackle. Well, good luck now for the next 5 weeks to stop literally a nosebleed. So that's gonna be fun. Theo Johnson played pretty well on Sunday. Hello. On Thursday, he had a lot of garbage time yardage towards the end, right before we scored the garbage time touchdown. So that's unfortunate to see. It looked like him and Locke gelled a little bit towards the end, which was, I guess, nice to see. Granted, it wasn't a spirited, oh wow, I want Drew Luck to start the rest of the season type of game, but just pure eye test alone, I think I would give him the nod over Tommy DeVito. But that's just me. What about you?
Yeah,
Eye test.
yeah, I would too. It just doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, but unfortunately, we have 5 more weeks to fill out.
Oh my god, this season just
fantasy.
needs to end. I know it's already over. I just need it to be like.
It's like in fantasy when I never had this experience. I'm sure you haven't either. But when you're like 2 into like what the Giants are now, and you're just like, oh crap, I just got to put out a roster and just finish out the season and just pray to God it's just not as terrible as you pray it to be. But
yeah, it's
sad.
Season needs to just be done.
I wish we could Madden simulate the rest of the season. That would be great.
It's so I don't know anymore. I don't know how we're gonna get through 5 more weeks because I don't see where a win is coming.
It's not happening.
Like
it's really not happening unless we surprise the Saints next week, and I don't even think that's going to be a case. Who else? The Colts maybe. They snuck out a win against the Patriots. The Patriots are terrible. They're better than us. I just don't see it. Thankfully, Tankathon. I have Tankathon up. So we are finishing. If the season ended today, we are finishing in 3rd. The best part of this is the Jaguars and Raiders play. So as long as they don't tie, we are sitting pretty at the moment at 2-10 with the other 2 teams. Jacksonville looked better, and then Trevor Lawrence got killed by a crazy hit. So God knows how long he's out. So Mac Jones is carrying that situation, and Aiden O'Connell is leading that situation as well for the Raiders. So we're in it. We're in the thick of it. As of right now, with the top prospects for us looking at quarterbacks, obviously Travis Hunter would be going in the top 3 for the combo of wide receiver and cornerback. Then with the Raiders, you would think they would take Shador, and then us with Cam Ward. I told you yesterday I would prefer Shador, so hopefully we beat out the Raiders. That would be huge. I like Cam Ward for what he could be, but I think Shador is just a little bit more polished at this moment. And
yeah, I would agree with you. We just have to. It's weird that we have to like look at this. You know
It's
what I mean?
it.
It's just so weird. Like, we have to be like,
Um,
oh my God, like, yeah, like let's go. We need the Panthers to win, right? Like, don't
yeah,
fucking lose anymore. No, stop losing. Like
right.
now you're rooting for very weird things.
Yeah, it's time to get
It's like
crazy
when
and
you're on
like
the playoff like bubble, you know how you have to root for like random weird things to happen that
loses.
probably won't go your way. So it's the same concept, guys, but it's
Yes.
just for tanking and for a draft pick. So you need to root for very strange things to happen, and
Oh
it's a
yeah,
weird feeling. And I'm not
it
really
sucks.
sure. I know how we got here, but sometimes you have that moment, like we'll be doing the podcast, and I'm just thinking, like, how did we get here, man? Like, how did we get here? And we know how we got here, but
We're in football hell. We are in football hell, the epitome of it.
is this rock bottom, Danny? Like, this has to be rock bottom. You know, they always have that
I
expression. You can only go up once you hit rock bottom, and sometimes you think you've hit it, but you haven't hit it. Have they hit it? Is this rock bottom?
see, I don't think we had our 3 quarterback sneak tush pushes in our own 10-yard line level of bad yet.
Really? So more
I
gut.
think that was the rock bottom, and I think we're like at one rung right below it. Like we're right here. Not so, Dabes, if you want to do 4 QB pushes in your own end zone, and then have a 20-minute monologue at your press conference, you could be right here. I think it's right here from the
You could
Joe
be
Judge
teetering
level.
on rock bottom. Now, what about like as a whole? Like there's no way this carries over into next season. I just can't fathom it. How does it not get better? How
I mean,
hasn't it gotten better?
it starts all the way at the top,
Right. Yeah.
and I think, like I've mentioned millions of times before, it's a decade worth of shit. And then now that they had to perform at getting the right players on top of the normal getting the right players on top of, because our last decade has sucked,
Yeah.
doesn't pan out, and you keep on digging ourselves deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper.
And every regime is getting worse. That's the
Every
crazy part.
regime, and we got fooled. Unfortunately, we got fooled with year one, thinking, "Oh wow, this team, if we can build on it, it
Right.
could do something." And the weekly, hey, this X Giant did something amazing, not named Saquon, but yes.
Yeah.
Today was Leo Williams scoring a pick six against the Jets. Like, are you kidding? Like, seriously? It's
They
just like,
do. They leave New York and
and
they really succeed with other franchises. It's a cultural problem, which is
and
what
then
we had been saying for a long time now, and people don't want to hear it, I guess.
and Julian Love's looking good with the Seahawks. I know that was 2 seasons ago. You know how much I was bummed when
Yeah,
he
you were
left his
really
team.
bummed. Yeah.
It's just the same old song and dance. It's just, and I feel more secure on what I said a couple weeks ago about um them not coming back next year. It's just you can't justify it. There's just no justification other than the word continuity, and it's like I've caught myself about to say, oh, well, continuity wise, you got to keep them, but no, the fuck you don't, because honestly, it's year 3. It's year 3, and they haven't done any better. You can't go on a 6-game losing streak, and God knows it's in counting. You can't justify any of that. Like last year, at least we had injuries, and it was like, well, this guy got hurt and that guy got hurt.
Right.
And
Your
we didn't.
quarterback got hurt.
We
You're
were
decimated.
relatively
Yeah.
lucky. We were relatively lucky this year, of all things considering. Yeah, we're gonna have to find. We're gonna have to find a brand new regime. Maybe they like Brandon Brown and he steps in, but that would be
Actually,
the
it's
only
funny you
way.
brought him up because I wanted to ask you that tonight.
Okay.
Do we lose him?
I say yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm sure he's gonna get an interview job with us, and I would hope we would find a way to, like, hey, would you want to be our GM here and like grow and you already know what's the in or outs of this and you could put your own spin onto things? I would love to sit for him to say yes, but
Oh
honestly,
yeah.
but you know the inner workings of the whole franchise. Would you want to say yes?
No.
I
I
know
won't say
I
yes.
know it's one of 32 jobs. I know that whole spiel, but do you wait for
In
another one?
its
Because
current state, I would say no. I would not want to work for the New York Giants.
yeah, we know that already. But
Well, I mean that aside, like
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
like
kidding.
you try being the GM there. I
I
imagine,
know.
you know, your hands are tied in multiple ways. So,
Hmm. No,
you
I
know,
agree.
and like you said, it's a cultural problem that starts at the top, and it's a top that doesn't want to recognize that they are the problem, right? Like I, at least with my company, I know when I am the problem, which is most of the time. So you have to like have some awareness to say, I'm getting in my own way, you know, like Jerry Jones can't seem to do that either. You have to have some awareness to say, like, I'm getting in my own way. I'm part of the problem. I'm
yeah.
not contributing to, you know, the solution. And they just don't seem to do that. Or they think
Hmm.
they are by bringing in, you know, another head coach and another GM. And it's like, how many times do you have to see this play out over and over and over again to realize that you're the problem?
Right. And I do have one coach in mind that I absolutely positively want.
Well, I have a list for you.
Okay, hopefully he's on this list. I'll not spoil it because I'm sure he's gonna be on the list. If he's not on the list, this article stinks.
Okay. Well, there was an article put out. There's 5 coaches that were
Okay.
suggested. So I'll run them. I'll give you the first one. Texans offensive coordinator Bobby Slowick.
Okay.
Why are we big now?
I was messing around. Sorry.
Don't you have to pay attention?
I'm paying attention. Bobby Slowick. Go on. I don't see
Okay.
it.
Give me a rating, like 1 to 5. Like 5, I really want this guy. 1 is like a.
I'll give him a 3. I know what he's done with the Texans, and he has that offensive mind. I don't know more about him. I would have to read up on him, but I'll give him a 3.
Okay. The Packers offensive coordinator Adam Stanovich.
I gotta read more into him, but I think that's more of a floor show. So I would think it's like a Kafka thing type of situation. So I'm gonna go 2. What about you?
He's kind of versatile from what I understand, right? Offensive line, quarterbacks, like so that might not be like the worst thing, but I don't even know what this franchise needs anymore in a coach. You know, we've done the defensive mind, we've done the offensive mind, we've done the QB guru, we've done, I mean, I don't
Special
know.
teams.
Throw you in there. Let's just see what happens. Like,
Yeah.
here's the one that I think I would be happy with, right? And probably has a really good chance. The Ravens offensive coordinator, Todd Monken.
Okay. Give that a 3. He's not the guy I was thinking of. And he can't win
Okay.
the big game, so no.
Okay. But at least he is always in contention and gets you to the big game.
Fair. Very fair. Good
And
point.
let's not forget, Danny, let me explain football to you like you're 5 years old. Did you know that it's a team sport and that it's not on the coaches to execute the plays on the field? Did you know
Really?
that? Because
I didn't know
apparently
that.
I didn't, and I had to have that explained to me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
11
So
guys on the field?
I'm just like letting you know.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So next, Buffalo Bills offensive coordinator, Joe Brady.
Oh.
I feel like everybody's going to.
No.
You don't want him. Why? That was an emphatic.
I just think he's an OC through and through. I think it's a little Dable-ish with him, with his track record with Josh Allen, and then he had Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Jefferson the year he had LSU to win the championship. So I'm gonna go 2.
Oh, 2. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have a ton of experience as a leader, but I feel like it's one of the hotter names that are being thrown around. Okay, this might be your guy. It's the last one on the list. The Lions offensive coordinator.
Oh, they didn't even have my guy on the list.
Okay, so that's a no for Ben Johnson.
It's not a no for Ben Johnson. It's a 4-5 for Ben Johnson, but Ben Johnson has the say of where he wants to go, and why would he leave the Lions to coach the New York Football Giants? Because he turned down jobs last year
He
for the
has.
same
He
reasons.
has.
So he's waiting for the right spot. I don't think the Giants are that right spot because we're in hell.
Right. I guess it would really depend if he wants to step into this environment and really take on the challenge that is New York. Okay, so your guy wasn't on here. I'm dying to know.
I'm going Vrabel. I'm going Coach
I thought
Vrabel.
you were going to tell me somebody different.
No,
Than
well, he wasn't on the list. He wasn't on the list, so
no, but you've been saying it for weeks now. I thought you were going to come with a different
I'm still on Raves.
way
If
to do your
Raves,
homework. Like,
yeah, whatever. I'm still on Vrabel unless like the Ohio State fires Coach Dave for losing to Michigan for the
they
fourth
might.
year row, 20-point favorites.
Yeah.
He would go back to his alma mater. I would love to know how he's doing with the Browns because he's a consulting for the Browns this year. He just has that winning track record. He has that Belichick tutelage without having the Belichick tutelage. So that would be fun to have. He's that guy that he's like that Dan Campbell type.
Beat the
That
kneecaps type of guy.
bite your kneecaps and actually mean it. And he joked that if they didn't win the Super Bowl, he would have to chop his nuts off. So
Who said that?
Vrabel, he has said that.
Oh,
Obviously, he hasn't done it, but he tongue in cheek said he'll chop his nuts off if they did not make it to the Super Bowl.
This is a family show. What are you doing?
Newsflash! Newsflash! They did not make the Super Bowl.
You have to put that explicit content warning.
We always do with your potty mouth. We always do with your potty mouth.
Listen, I'm not talking about chopping off balls. You are. Do you think? Like, I feel like he didn't. So I feel like Ryan Tannehill, you know how I feel about him. And there are some quarterbacks out there that are like coach killers, like Aaron Rodgers. There's nothing to do with talent, but I feel like Ryan Tannehill is one of those coach killers, right? Do you feel like Vrabel
Daniel Jones
was fired like fairly? I feel like he didn't deserve to lose his job, but I understand why. And sometimes it's like that whole, we just need a new voice in the locker room. He's a damn good coach. And that team didn't have much talent for a very long time. And he would have them in contention. So I would not be mad if he came to New York. But Danny, New York is a tough sell.
New York's a tough sell, but honestly, he's tough enough to do it.
Well, I don't even just mean like, just like the franchise itself, this area, right? It's a tough sell, even when you talk about taxes, right? Because a lot of them will live in Jersey, and you know what I mean? Like, it just, I guess technically it would still be MetLife. That's where they would be. But like, I don't know. It's a tough sell here. It's, I don't know.
I do not want Belichick. Like that was.
I don't want Belichick either. And then could you imagine Jordan Run-On interviewing Vrabel? Like,
Well, we've done it with Dable the last couple of years, and you could tell how much they hate him. Other than Patty Trainer and Art,
they're going to come in and hate him. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're just going to hate the media right from the jump.
Honestly, who cares? They're not that tough. They're not.
They're not tough. Yeah, you're missing my point, though.
No, I yeah. From the jump,
you're missing my point. No, because this is if the head coach and the media, they will not. I don't think anyone has this like great working relationship. But if another regime comes in already defensive with the media, like you're just starting it off like with turmoil, and then it just spirals from there.
That's why we need the right guy to fan the flames, because it's not.
Dable just adds to the flames. He doesn't do himself any favors. Is what I'm saying. Is like he hasn't done himself any favors with the media, and like you said, he doesn't have an ally anymore. Or if he does,
he does too.
Who's left?
He has Art and Patty because they both wrote articles on why they should stay.
Well, 2 weeks ago they were saying they should leave. So you know what I mean? Like
No, I
I
agree.
just they flip
It's
flop.
30-2 or 3. I'm sure Giants Insider would. I don't know what they want, but yeah,
I'm saying it would be nice if a coach could come here and set the tone with the media.
that would be ideal. A lot of
And
work with
maybe
that.
Vrabel is the one to do that. It's certainly not Dable because he sucks with the media.
Well, Joe Judge apparently was amazing with the media, and that didn't do much. So
I don't really think he was. You watch that stuff
they
back. I don't
they
think.
not yeah. I think behind scenes he apparently had lunch and dinners with these guys weekly and had real conversations. I don't know. That's what I've heard.
Mm, yeah, well, he didn't do himself any favors.
Well, yeah, we know that. We
But
mentioned
it's
that he was at the depths of hell where Dable's like right here.
but
So
it's a point of contention for someone considering a job with this organization because you know what you never hear like, oh god, the Jacksonville media, like, you know, it's not a thing, but the New York media is a thing here. And so it is something that a potential head coach and GM are going to have to take into consideration. You know, it's, you know, no, it doesn't matter in a smaller market team. This is the biggest market. You know?
I would have to. But I get obviously, and I agree with you. With the bigger market, you got to be better and on your game. But
Yeah.
wouldn't it be a bigger deal for the smaller market for you to be good friends with these people because they're the only people there? Like for example, there's 50 guys and girls doing the Giant stuff where it's two guys in Green Bay and you're like, oh, okay, let's grab a beer after the game and we'll talk it out or something else like that. Because you have no choice where it's like, all right, the Green Bay Sun, oh, fire LaFleur because of the eighth straight loss. And it's just like, all right, whatever. We're going to have to figure that out. Where at New York, it's the New York Post, Daily News, New York Times / Athletic now, Newsday, both of your jersey, all the jersey papers. It's just like you're never gonna win in the New York media. Doesn't
You're not,
matter where.
you know, but
There's no winning
there's a way to
unless you
play
actually
it.
win, and we haven't done that.
Well, that's what I was going to say. If the right coach comes in here and this team actually wins and you don't give people, you know, reason to feed off of it. Also, you think about like in Green Bay, like it doesn't get a lot of attention. You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't. Everything the Giants do, you know, makes like, you know, some national news, right? You know, it's
Yeah.
like
It's the weekly. Oh, Saquon Barkley had a great game. Okay, well that's.
oh
Yep.
God, I'm getting so tired of that. I really am.
Well, we're gonna have to get tired of it because it looks like there's literally no one in the NFL, maybe two teams that could beat them. And
Yeah, I don't.
this is what this is what Saquon Barkley looked like in Penn State and rookie year, and
Yep,
unfortunately has gone down with the Giants since then. And we know the rest is history. I don't feel like going into it because it's a weekly thing. But yes,
is a weekly thing that has attention because he was in New York. Like
mm-hmm.
I would say he's a phenomenal talent. There is no doubt about that. If he started his career in Philly and not New York, he'd still be big and known, but I just think being
No,
in New York
I think he would be
catapulted
fine.
him.
I think he would have been fine.
No, I think being
Philly's that
in New York,
crazy place, though.
yeah, but I think being in New York gave him that extra exposure
That's fair. I
that he
think he
wouldn't
would.
have gotten had he started. Think about this. Think about this. I know you live in Long Island. I live in Jersey. And no, I don't live in like the Philadelphia market part of New Jersey. That's more West Jersey.
Yeah.
But there's literally no Eagles coverage. Like we just don't
Good.
get it here. No, but I'm saying I'm making my point. I'm saying to you that like everything is Jets and Giants. Everything is New York, you know? So I think he would have still been a big name. He would have been a household name, but I just think that being in New York is what really catapulted him.
Okay. I disagree, but yeah.
I don't think he would have been as big as he is had he started his career in Philly with Philadelphia media. No.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think so. I think it would be just as big.
No way. You are absolutely delusional. They
I
don't
don't
get
think
any coverage.
Nick.
They don't get any
I don't think
coverage.
you remember. I don't think you remember Saquon in Penn State.
I definitely do. And I don't think Philly gets as much coverage as the New York teams get. That's what I'm saying to you. And I see it because I live here. So I'm not like some, idiot living in LA who's just being like, oh yeah, we don't get that. No, I actually live here. You know what I mean?
Do
Like New
you?
York gets all the coverage. I think him being in New York helps his fame. Yeah, helps catapult him to become that household name.
Okay. I think if it was 2018 and Saquon did what he did this year in the backflip, that would be the
No, I'm
Odell
saying if
Beckham.
he started his career.
I know that's what I'm saying.
If he
I think
started his career.
I think you win by a hair, but I think it's a lot closer than what you're leading on to.
No, I don't think so. I think you just want to argue with me, and you know that I'm right. I don't think so.
No.
I think he would have definitely gotten attention, and he would have got coverage. But I'm telling you, from a media standpoint, like,
okay, yeah,
there's not a lot. We don't get a lot of Philly information. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's all New York based. It overshadows Philadelphia. That's what I'm saying to you.
Okay. No, I disagree. But we will move on to that.
But I mean, I don't care. Disagree all you want.
I know you don't care. That's why I'm trying to move on. The Giants play the Saints this weekend. Big deal. I'll be there. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Holding a gun to your head just because you want to hang out with your cousin.
I know.
Is it your cousin that lives around the corner from me? Is it that one?
No, a different one.
I was going to say, can't you just watch the game at his house then?
I mean, we can. We'll probably do it at halftime.
Does he live close to the stadium?
He lives in Staten Island, so close enough. Closer than it would be for me, but I'm not going to Staten Island. But yeah, I don't know. There's nothing really to. I'm excited. I'm not. That's a lie. Let's see who the quarterback is. Who's the starting quarterback this week? That will be the only ooh, that's fun. Or okay, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Quarterback by committee, maybe this week. Who the fuck knows?
Maybe they'll do JV where JV. It's like every quarterback plays each quarter, and they figure out which quarter.
Yeah, maybe they figure. I mean, it's
Vito gets the odd numbers, and Locke gets the even. I don't know. We're at that point.
Dumpster fire, which goes back to our point on why it's just a tough sell, and it's like, how do you turn this franchise around?
Yeah, we got to get the
long years of 12 years.
Yeah, right? 12. We gotta get this reboot going, Nikki, because this is rough. So Nikki,
listen, you could reboot it anytime you want. Reboot it right now. We're halfway through, so we could reboot it right now.
Yeah, we could reboot it right now. But yeah.
Well, the Knicks, we don't want to talk about them either.
Well, no, they killed the Pelicans. I know that's not a big deal.
Okay, all right.
That's good.
Go ahead. I didn't watch it today.
I didn't get to watch tonight either. So.
I hate when it's on when it conflicts with the
it's so stupid.
It's very stupid. I hate when they do it. I hate when the WNBA did it when they came back, from Olympic break, and they had All-Star break, and they come back, and then Liberty's like, oh, coverage, and I'm like, yeah, it's on a football Sunday. Like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, WNBA at 1 p.m. on a Sunday. Awesome.
I know. Like, when are these teams going to listen, I know I have to caveat everything. I understand that goes into scheduling and venue and everything. I know you know that, but people will say to me well, you obviously don't know how events are scheduled. I do know that, but I also know you guys, other sports, you can't really compete against the NFL. Not on a Sunday.
No one can.
Especially not at the beginning of the season.
And the NFL took over Christmas. And that's the annoying thing.
Yeah, from the NBA. I mean, they took over Christmas.
That was the NBA's 1 day a year. It was yeah, all right, cool. Basketball all day long.
Did you like the Black Friday game at 3:00? I would have preferred that at night.
I didn't watch a second of it.
Okay. How fraudulent are the Chiefs to you?
They are fraudulent enough that they're gonna make it to the playoffs. Obviously, no shock there. And
Yeah.
then they're gonna turn it on, and they're like, "Oh, here we go again." I think they're jockeying at the right positioning of knowing when to turn on the switch. And unfortunately,
They're like the worst good team I've ever seen.
they are so frustrating to watch and bet. Um, at work, a guy is a Raider fan, and before we left, he's like, "Hey, would you take the Chiefs plus money head up?" I'm like, "Dude, no. The Chiefs
Yeah.
never cover. No,
Yeah,
you guys are
never.
gonna find a way to cover, and it's the Raiders." So, no. Yeah, they're gonna do Patrick Mahomes things in the last week of the season. Here we go, and then just turn it on like always. It's annoying. And this is where I wish the Bills, or dare I say the Ravens, knock them off. But no.
No, I
can't
know.
win.
God forbid either one of those teams fucking does anything like and knocks them off. No. I
Or
mean,
the Niners had a great season all year long, and then they forget how to coach at the end of the game.
oh
And
my God, they forgot the rules. They forgot how to coach. They don't
like, come
understand football.
on.
So are we
And
headed for a Chiefs Eagles rematch? Like that
I
Eagles
th-
defense is something
I
serious now.
think this year's the year one of the teams knocks them off. You can't do this. I mean, it's impressive every week, but you can't do this every single week of just finding enough one drive, finding enough
I
to like
know.
win
Just
every single week.
one drive and a little help from the refs, and
See, with the ref thing, that's what we used to say about the Patriots. So I hate the whole ref joke thing, but I do it
okay,
because
well,
we did.
they're the new Patriots, so it makes sense.
I know. I would love to see the Ravens or Bills pull it off.
Oh
It would
God,
be
yeah.
awesome.
I don't want to see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl again. I damn sure don't want to see the Eagles in the Super Bowl, but
Yeah, go Lions.
again, can
I,
we get this Detroit Ravens Super Bowl, this
we
gritty
need.
Super Bowl that we wanted last year, but we ended up
Yeah.
with like the most marketable, gimmicky one in the Niners and the Chiefs. Like,
We need the Lions to get home field. If the Lions get home field, I'm confident enough. If Philly gets
okay.
home field,
Oh, forget it.
fuck,
It's
fuck.
a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Philly's got a really good defense. I mean, really good. So now Jalen Hurts is added to the very short list that only Daniel Jones was occupying of
Oh,
being
that's
the
right. Oh my
only
god.
quarterback in the NFC to beat Lamar Jackson.
Congrats. Wow.
Philly's
Hey,
always nipping at our heels because for a while it was just Eli Manning who took down Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, but Nick Foles had to fuck around and find out. And so Philly had to go and beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. So they're forever the little brother. I don't care how bad New York is. They're forever the little brother.
you tell him that.
I will.
I know. That's what I said. I agree. Uh,
Imagine I switch my credentials and I just go full Philly. Could you imagine that?
yeah, this show's dead.
That would be really funny.
How
It'd have to be like
hilarious.
professional for that part.
That would be fun. You should do it. Why not?
You should just ask to cover the Eagles.
Yeah, Nikki just covers the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll let that happen. I wonder how much different they're ran than the Giants, though. I'd be interested to find out.
Well, obviously, basically our whole fandom life, they've been good. Maybe 2 years, 3 years tops that they sucked.
They had some rough patches when we were
Not a,
younger. The
yeah,
Eagles, yeah, they had their down years. Of course, sure they
yeah,
did.
not enough.
No,
Nothing
they
to compare
definitely
to.
did. When we were younger, they definitely had their down years.
Yeah, I started around 2000, 1999, 98 range. So those couple of years, and then they took off. And then
Yeah,
like
they definitely
one
had
bad year of like injuries.
they've had their down years. But the point is, most franchises do, but they find their way out of it. And the Giants cannot seem to find their way out of a fucking paper bag. So we'll see. Do you think Dable gets fired tomorrow?
No. I still think it's the end of the year. They stick it out.
Like, rip the Band-Aid off now.
Like, it's gonna happen like the second the zeros happen. Oh, by the way, Adam Schefter and Rappaport are gonna be. Oh, not a surprise. The Giants are cleaning house. Joe Shannon, Brian Dable are gone. Or it's like at 10 a.m. Maybe Mr. Maris slept on it, but even though we all knew it was going to be over, type of thing, and then 10 o'clock. Of course, when we're working, we're going to have to do a video. Can't
I
wait.
know. Can they just do this like when it's conducive for all the content creator to do the videos and stuff, please?
Yeah, that'll be me going into Starbucks again, like Daniel Jones. I'm like, hey, by the way, blah blah blah. Yep.
See, that sucks that you have to like finagle a break. Do you get breaks at work, or you just get a?
Just one lunch break, just 1 hour, one hour lunch break, and it's fine.
Do you take breaks at your desk?
Like,
if you wanted to go get coffee, like you can go like get coffee.
Yeah, it's
right?
not frown. It's you could definitely do it. Like I was like, oh, I'll be right back. I don't even think I did that. I was like, all right.
That doesn't count as your lunch, though. If you
no, you have to swipe out for that. I didn't swipe out.
Wait, you have to clock out if you want to just go get coffee?
No. I'm saying for lunch, you have to swipe. You have to guarantee.
Okay.
You got to guarantee 4 swipes in a day.
In out.
Correct. Yep.
But if you wanted to get Starbucks, which is like right by your building, right?
Yeah, it's right below it. You could be like, all right, I'll be right back, and they're not gonna say anything. It's literally you go downstairs and you make a left, and it's there. So
okay, well that's good. So
like I would feel 100 times worse if I was to like go around the corner to Dunkin', but it's
Why would you feel? What do you mean feel worse?
Like you not feel like kind of feel guilty inside, like you didn't tell them that you were going. Like, hey, do you want Dunkin'?
Like, wait a minute. What? Oh, wait a minute. Do you do the whole, hey, I'm ready to start?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, no, never do that.
No,
I don't ever do that.
I don't. But I'm just saying, I feel, because like I could play it off that I'm literally like 2 feet away, opposed to like around the corner, just like.
I mean, but fuck them. Who cares?
Right.
Would you? I mean, you're gonna get in trouble because you walked around the corner to Dunkin'?
It's just. No, you're not going to, but it's just
okay.
Like,
so who cares then? Break the rules. Yeah. You're just a rule follower, aren't you?
No, I'm far from it.
I dare you tomorrow, instead of going downstairs to Starbucks, walk around the corner to Dunkin' on a non-swiped lunch break.
No one would know about it. Yeah, no one would know about it.
Okay, good. So do it and then document it. Like what's that Mission Impossible song in the background?
I'm not. No, I'm not doing that. But
why?
I have to work. I gotta work there for the next 30 years.
They're not gonna know that you went to Dunkin'.
I'm not doing content for that, but we'll see.
They wouldn't know. How would they know? You work with a lot of old people, you said. They're not going to find your content.
No. That we know.
You worry too much. You really do.
All right. What do we have? What do we have for dinner? What do we have for Thanksgiving? And let's watch some Sunday night.
We have like all the normal stuff, and I had turkey, vegetables,
What'd you have for dessert?
I had a little slice of pumpkin pie.
Ooh, look at you, girlfriend. Living on the edge.
Yes, living on the edge. Tonight I had a salad. I did have a smoothie after I worked out. After some guy decided to tell me all the things I do wrong at the gym. Because guys love to do that, which I did post a rant about if anybody wants to listen to me rant for 1 minute and 22 seconds.
Okay. So
I don't understand why guys do that. No one asked you to come up to me and tell me, like I should do this, and this if I want to look a certain way. Maybe I like the way I look. Maybe nobody asked you your opinion, so keep it to yourself and mind your business. And maybe you should hop on the elliptical because looking a little chunky, my friend. So, I just think, Danny, like if you don't want your feelings hurt, You watch who you say things to, because some people are
Uh-huh.
going to say stuff back.
Right. Yeah.
But
I
people are
would.
rude to me, and then they're always shocked when I'm rude back or ready to fight them.
Yeah.
Don't start none, won't be none. So anyway, yeah, after that, I went and got my gingerbread smoothie, and then I had a salad. That's all I ate today. So
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm wait. I mean, go ahead. I mean, I assume for Thanksgiving you had the normal stuff. You went to your
Yeah.
parents' place.
Yeah. It was actually nice. My parents got a new apartment, and they have like a community room, so we turned it into like a buffet style, which was perfect. It was like, hey, sit where you want to sit,
Great.
get what you want to eat. Just it was good. We had good
The
Thanksgiving.
usuals.
The usuals. The antipasto before it. The antipasto was great before it, so I had that. I really pigged out on that. But yeah, the the turkey was the turkey. Nothing crazy. My mom makes sweet like. All right, here we go. Joke. Sweet potato. Obviously, ha 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 ha
You eat them all year, so why was this
ha.
any different? I
But
mean,
no. What she doesn't do all year round is she puts bacon on it and the bacon bites, and oh my god, so good.
did you put marshmallow on it and mix it in your
No,
mac
no,
and
it was
cheese?
just It was just bacon. We don't do mac. We don't do mac and cheese. We used to do. We used to have for the second meal like
The
pasta
second
with
meal?
sauce. Like we had courses. Like the second course was always pasta growing up.
What?
Yeah, the Italians. We would make it Italian and have the second course like pasta, and
On
then
top of
pasta with
Thanksgiving?
yeah. It was such a waste of food every year. We would like load up on the second course, and then we like, damn it, we have to have the turkey. And my mom would be like, "Yeah, I spent a lot of money on it because that was our holiday." So
So you don't do that anymore. That is
no,
all.
she stopped that. Yeah, she stopped that a long time ago. She's like, I ain't
Yeah.
doing that no more.
No,
We can
that
literally do that any Sunday.
well, it is
Um,
Sunday. Did you do that today?
no, no, we had a play date with my cousins and another friend of my son's. So right around like when I like around 12:30, I picked up pizza, wings. We had chicken wing. It was a good Sunday football day. The kids had a lot of fun. They didn't watch football, but I had Red Zone and the regular games on my phone during the hangout, so it was cool. We had a lot of
So
fun.
you had
So
pizza again. All
I
you
had
eat is
pizza.
pizza.
I had pizza and I had chicken wings. I had a good amount of chicken wings, bunch of
Like a real
beers.
bro lunch.
I guess if you want to call it bro lunch, yeah, I had a bro lunch,
Yeah, pizza and chicken wings. What's more bro than that? I mean, just have it like all you needed was a beer with it.
which I did.
Okay, so you had a real bro lunch, exactly like I said. What kind of pizza? Plain?
Yeah, today was plain. With the kids, we're not messing around. Being
These kids are so
We
picky.
just have to run the ball. You just got to run the ball, and you got to
Yeah,
make a
but
good
what if
game
you
plan.
want something on it? You can't because these
Oh
kids.
no, we can. We were just today wasn't a day for it. We make our own pies. We get like Sicilian and Detroit style and all the other styles of pizza. So it's not because of the kids. It's
See,
like
I just could never be a parent. Your whole life revolves around these little monsters.
yeah, how dare
Can't do
we?
what you want when you want. Like,
How
ugh,
dare we?
I
So
don't know.
Nick,
You always tell me it's worth it, so I'll take your word for it.
so what's you got a busy week in hand? What are we
Oh,
doing before we wrap up?
I don't even want to look at next week, but unfortunately, it's staring me in the face because when we get off the show, I do have to work for like an hour. I have a bunch of work events next week. It's like every holiday party, but I will be covering the Seton Hall game at Prudential Center on Wednesday at 8:30. They're playing NJIT, so that's exciting. Haven't covered Seton Hall yet. And they were one of the fan bases in my DMs like, why did you leave us out? How dare you cover Rutgers instead? And I wasn't picking a school. It was a game that, was assigned. So,
All right. So
I'll be
stay
at the
tuned
Seton
for
Hall game.
that. Stay tuned for that. As always, this is TNL Sunday Sauce. You can find us at TNL_NYG on all social media. and on our YouTube. Please like and subscribe. And as always, thank you for that Sports Network for having us on their channel as well. I'm Danny. That's Nikki. We are the Thunder and Lightning, the New York sports show about nothing and everything at the same time.
Keep subscribing because we are growing each and every week, and we appreciate you guys. So keep subscribing, and as long as you keep subscribing, we'll keep bringing you content. That's the deal.
That's the deal. We're slowly growing. So until next time, have a good one. I guess go Giants. Have a good one.
Bye.